provable scientific facts in the Quran, a bridge between faith and reason. The Quran, Islam's holy book, is primarily a spiritual and moral guide for humanity. It is believed by Muslims to be the word of God, revealed to the Prophet Muhammad over 1,400 years ago. Beyond its spiritual message, many people have found verses in the Quran that align with modern scientific knowledge, sparking debates and discussions about the intersection of faith and science. While the Quran is not a science textbook, some verses offer descriptions of the natural world that seem to correspond with scientific facts that were only discovered centuries after the Quran's revelation. This video will explore some of the most compelling examples of scientific facts in the Quran, which are often cited as evidence of its divine origin and the compatibility of faith with reason. One of the most significant modern scientific discoveries is the expansion of the universe, which was first proposed by physicist Edwin Hubble in 1929. Hubble observed that galaxies are moving away from each other, implying that the universe is not static but is continually expanding. This groundbreaking concept was later incorporated into the Big Bang theory, which suggests that the universe began from a single, extremely dense point and has been expanding ever since. Remarkably, the Quran references this concept in Surah Ad-Dariyat, which states, "And the heaven we constructed with strength, and indeed we are its expander." This verse is often cited by Muslims as evidence that the Quran alluded to the expansion of the universe centuries before it was scientifically proven. The idea that the universe is constantly expanding aligns with the modern understanding of cosmology, and many see this as a clear indication of the Quran's divine knowledge. Another fascinating example of scientific accuracy in the Quran is its description of human embryonic development. Modern embryology, which studies the development of an embryo from fertilization to birth, only emerged as a scientific field in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. However, the Quran provides a remarkably detailed account of the stages of human development that corresponds with what scientists have since discovered. In Surah Al-Mu'minun, the Quran describes the creation of a human being in the womb. "We created man from an extract of clay. Then we placed him as a sperm drop in a firm lodging, the womb. Then we made the sperm drop into a clinging clot, and we made the clot into a lump of flesh. And we made from the lump bones, and we covered the bones with flesh. Then we developed him into another creation. So blessed is Allah, the best of creators." This passage describes the various stages of fetal development: the initial sperm drop, zygote, the clinging clot, embryo, the formation of bones and muscles, and finally the full human form. Modern embryologists have confirmed that the human embryo indeed goes through these stages, leading many to argue that this detailed description could not have been known by anyone in the 7th century without divine revelation. Another intriguing scientific fact mentioned in the Quran relates to the Earth's atmosphere. Scientists now understand that the atmosphere plays a critical role in protecting life on Earth by shielding the planet from harmful solar radiation, cosmic rays, and meteoroids. Without this protective barrier, life on Earth would be unsustainable. The Quran references this concept in Surah Al-Anbiya, "And we made the sky a protected ceiling, but they from its signs are turning away." This verse suggests that the sky serves as a form of protection, which resonates with the modern understanding of the atmosphere's protective functions. The atmosphere absorbs and deflects harmful radiation from the sun and burns up many of the meteoroids that enter Earth's orbit. This verse can be interpreted as acknowledging the protective nature of the sky, a fact that was only fully understood in recent centuries. Modern biology confirms that water is essential for all forms of life. Every living organism, from the smallest bacteria to the largest mammals, relies on water to survive. This scientific fact is highlighted in the Quran in Surah Al-Anbiya, and we made from water every living thing. Then will they not believe? The significance of this verse lies in its direct assertion that water is the basis of all life. This aligns perfectly with modern scientific understanding, as scientists have discovered that water is fundamental to the functioning of cells and the sustenance of ecosystems. Life cannot exist without water, and this fact, mentioned in the Quran over 1,400 years ago, reinforces the text's deep insights into the natural world. Geology has revealed that mountains play a crucial role in stabilizing the Earth's crust. Mountains act like pegs, anchoring the Earth's crust and preventing excessive movement that could lead to instability and seismic activity. This idea, referred to as isostasy in geology, explains how the Earth's surface maintains balance despite the movements of tectonic plates. The Quran refers to this concept in Surah An-Naba. Have we not made the earth as a bed and the mountains as pegs? The metaphor of mountains as pegs aligns with the modern understanding of how mountains stabilize the Earth's surface. This has led some to conclude that the Quran contains knowledge that could not have been known by a person in the 7th century, furthering the argument that it was divinely inspired. In the field of oceanography, scientists have discovered that when salt water and fresh water meet, such as in estuaries, they do not immediately mix due to differences in density and salinity. Instead, they form a barrier where the two bodies of water remain distinct, even though they are in contact. This phenomenon is referenced in Surah Al-Furqan, and it is He who has released simultaneously the two seas, one fresh and sweet and one salty and bitter, and He placed between them a barrier and prohibiting partition. This verse highlights the separation of fresh and salt water, which is a concept that has been scientifically observed. The existence of such barriers, known as haloclines, is a fact of modern oceanography that further underscores the Quran's alignment with natural phenomena. The examples discussed in this video, ranging from the expansion of the universe to embryonic development, atmospheric protection, the role of water, the function of mountains, and the barrier between salt and fresh water, illustrate the Quran's remarkable correspondence with modern scientific discoveries. While the Quran is fundamentally a spiritual text, these verses demonstrate its relevance to the natural world and offer believers a bridge between faith and reason. For Muslims, these scientific facts reinforce their belief in the divine origin of the Quran, as it contains knowledge that was not available to humans at the time of its revelation. For others, these examples spark curiosity about the relationship between religion and science. Whether viewed from the lens of faith or skepticism, the provable scientific facts in the Quran provide an engaging and thought-provoking dialogue about the mysteries of the universe and humanity's place within it. If you're enjoying our content and want to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Your support helps us grow and reach more people. Also, if you'd like to help us produce even more frequent and high-quality content, consider contributing to us on Patreon. Every little bit helps, and it means the world to us. So, share with your friends, and let's keep this journey going together. Thanks for all your support.